Sky-Warn Weather with Chief Meteorologist Gary Frank.
Current look outside and we're in the lower 90s still, so this is a fairly common sight at this time of the night. 93 currently Yuma, 97 in Blythe, and we are seeing our dew points very moist. If you stepped outside really over the last couple 2 to 3 days, we've seen quite a bit of moisture. 70-degree dew point indicates that, 65 in Yuma and 64, so we've got plenty of moisture. And as we head throughout the next 12 hours throughout the area, we'll see a very muggy night, low 80s. But staying dry, that is the key. As we look towards the next several days, we will not, however, stay dry. In fact, looking at the culprit, we have to look well to our south of Tropical Storm Ivo. Finally has a name, and we've been looking at this mess of cloud cover for several days, but this is really starting to take shape. It looks like a tropical storm now, and as it chugs up the western side of the Baja California coast, this is our next interest in the weather, and meteorologist Tim Levine is standing by as part of our monsoon team coverage. Tim, what is going on with this storm?
Well, Gary, Tropical Storm Ivo is slowly gaining strength over the eastern Pacific, and it's going to be a big player this weekend. In order to better understand the specifics of how Ivo will influence our weather, I made a call to the National Weather Service in Phoenix to get some answers. Tropical Storm Ivo is slowly making its way northwest towards Baja California. We can expect a significant change to our weather that will support widespread rainfall in our area, and the change will happen fast, according to National Weather Service forecaster Valerie Myers.
When we do get a Gulf surge event like that, it's a rapid increase of moisture, and it's usually accompanied by some gusty winds that can last anywhere from like 12 to 24 hours, almost for a full day sometimes.
Here's how it will play out. Ivo's abundant tropical moisture will be forced northward into the Gulf of California. The moisture is going to be trapped between the two mountain ranges lining the Baja California coastline and the Mexican mainland. When the moisture reaches the Sea of Cortez and the break in the mountains, it will spill into the desert southwest, leaving us with gusty winds, widespread rainfall, and chances for flooding. Myers says if Ivo can make its way far enough up the Baja coastline, the event could be one for the ages.
If it really starts hugging the coast of Mexico and the Baja, and maybe has the center that's a little more positioned, the center of the storm is a little more positioned to really just come right over that Baja Peninsula, we stand a better chance of getting that moisture drawn northward into Arizona and New Mexico.
The National Weather Service has already issued flash flood watches for the area all the way to Monday. Myers says the public needs to be extra vigilant with the imminent threat of extreme weather.
Be aware of your surrounding area where you are either traveling through or where you live or work. Be attuned to what is happening around you, how heavy the rainfall is actually coming down, how long it's been coming down. By all means, monitor the weather radio and listen for any types of statements or warnings that are going out regarding flooding.
Now, an interesting note, our area receives about 3 inches of rain per year. Let's take it back to Chief Meteorologist Gary Frank with a detailed look at what you can expect over the next couple of days.
Thank you, Tim. Here's what we're looking at Precision Cast. We'll begin at 3 a.m. Cloud cover well to our east. We're not worried about that, but as we push throughout the day, 9 o'clock still showing clear skies. I think we'll see more in the way of cloud cover by that time, and then in the afternoon starting to see some development. Also, I will believe we'll see more coverage, and then it begins to intensify as we head towards the rest of the evening and overnight hours. So here's what it looks like to begin our day. Imperial Valley 87, a little bit of cloud cover, minimal, and then it starts to get bigger as we go throughout the day, and 30% chance of rain, 103. Our winds will be at 10 to 15 from the south, really pumping in that Gulf surge of moisture that Tim mentioned. Now to begin our day in Yuma, 88 and lightly cloudy, and then we'll continue to thicken that up, and a 40% chance of rain with a high of 101. Our gust winds up to 25 miles per hour, so we'll see a little bit more in the way of breeze than we have over the last several days. Now, as we look at Precision Cast yet again, we'll pick it back up again towards Sunday. Here's that coverage we saw on Saturday, but picking up in past midnight times, we will see a little bit more in the way of coverage. Here's what's going on, our projected rain totals. As we go throughout Monday, this is what we're looking at. In some areas, an inch of rain. In fact, This is not an end-all be-all. We're not saying that Salton City is going to miss out on an inch of rain and get a half an inch, but this is just to give you some idea of what we can expect area-wide. There is going to be a very good bit of rain coverage. As Tim mentioned, we are seeing a lot of moisture now. What can we look at as far as advanced planning through Monday on our tropical development? Area-wide, greater than 1 inch, as I mentioned on that graphic, but localized, this is the key. Better than 2 to 3 inches of rain. So we may see some areas, as we saw yesterday in the foothills, that received up to 2 inches of rain, but officially at the airport, MCAS Yuma only got a trace. That could very well be the case again. So we're going to have to really monitor that for some flash flooding potential. That's why we're looking at this storm so closely. So our main threats this weekend, flooding very good, wind very good as well, particularly tomorrow, especially for hail tomorrow. That is our best bet until we start to see a little bit more cloud cover and moisture work its way into our area. Then that will not become a threat as much. Flash flood watch, Sunday 5 to 11. That's when our best bet at some of this rain is, really covering the entire viewing area. And you'll see on our 7-day forecast what we're looking at. 100% chance, almost a sure bet there. 90 is our high, up from 81. 96, 40% as the storm starts to move out. And then again, we have another opportunity as it looks to be humid all week long. And you can bet that we are going to continue to monitor this system as it moves in. And meteorologist Tim Levine and myself will be in this weekend tracking as part of your monsoon team coverage. For now, back to you, Jennifer.